Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in for another daily tip. And today's is a really good one. We've got a handful of people have reached out to me recently and asked me specifically if I had any tricks to rigging the Scamper rig correctly the first time so that you get that scampering motion instead of the spinning motion. Because if you don't rig it straight on the core tackle Scamper rig hook every time, or correctly, you're gonna get a spiraling motion, and that is not what you want. What you want is when you pull that bait, you want it to scamper. It vibrates. You'll feel it in your rod tip. But it is a little bit difficult to rig. And the problem is if you don't rig it right the first time, the bait keeper holds the fluke or the soft plastic so good that it'll tear when you pull it out the majority of the time. So you're just not gonna get it rigged up properly, or be able to re-rig it, I should say, properly after you take it off. So you want to get it right the first time. And I do have a really good tip for you. So this is something I've been doing now the last couple weeks, and I actually prefer it. And that is simply, instead of rigging the Scamper rig hook so that it comes out the back of the bait, I'm actually rigging it so that the hook comes through the belly of the bait. So you would say it's upside down, I guess. So if I show you my Scamper rig right here, I've got the hook point coming through the belly. It actually comes through the slots in the bait. And this is going to allow you to rig it much better every time, because the reality is you've got the belly to help line you up where it's going to come out. But the reality is when it sits in the water now, the hook point doesn't have to roll over. It's going to hold the bait right. And because the bait now has a keel, when you pull it, you're going to have increased vibration coming through the water column. So if I show you this pulling through the water, if I just drop it down there, hopefully you can see this. You can see that tail kick, and it's enhanced from rigging it through the back. I think the belly just has a little bit more movement, and you get this crazy vibration. I mean, you really feel it in the rod tip now. So the key here is not necessarily like it's going to present the bait any differently, but the reality is you get that a little bit more exaggerated vibration, which I don't think hurts. Oh, that was a little guy. But you get the ability to rig it right basically every time, because that bait, you have more room for error if you come out the belly, because the bait now is keeled, and that allows the bait to sit right on the hook every time and sit in the water where it just runs right every time. You don't have to get it absolutely perfect like you do if you come through the back. So there's a little guy. So I highly recommend, look at a smallmouth. Those little ones are the ones that tear up your baits. Let's see if we can thread that back on, because that just slid up my line right there. There we go. So that should still, no, we're not gonna be able to do it. So I'll show you how to rig it now that I need to rig one. So we're just throwing the Zoom Super Fluke. This is the taffy shad. This is one of my favorite colors. It's like white, clear, and pink. You can see it right here. So instead of going through the back, I'm actually going to come through the nose and have it come out the belly. Make sure the hook point comes through the slit. Slide it up over the hook keeper. Get in there. Just like that. Now we'll test it. You want to make sure it comes through the water. See the vibration? You want the vibration just like that. You don't want the bait to spin. In my experience now, coming through the belly, is you don't get any spin. It's always rigged. It always is rigged right, so it runs properly. Just a really simple rigging tip, and it's one I wish we had just kind of started promoting right away, because I do think it's really good. Now I will say, if you want to still have it come out the back, you can definitely do that too. It'll work just fine. It's a little harder to get it properly rigged every time. So if you're a little bit more inexperienced, you might have to practice a little bit with that. So that's my tip. We're sitting out here practicing right now for the Smith Mountain Heavy Hitters Bass Pro or Bass Pro Tour MLF Heavy Hitter event, and we're catching a pile of fish doing this, and it's working. The Scamper rig works so well this time of year specifically because we've got you know, we're right at the tail end of the spawn. We just had the water came up a couple feet. The water temperature's rising. There's a lot of debris. It's just a really good time for throwing a fluke along some of these banks because you have a lot of fish that are up shallow, and we're catching an absolute ton of fish. I mean, the Scamper rig, it's just such a fun way to fish it. And I will say, like, one of the cool things about it, and I've talked about this a lot, but like going down a straight bank like this where I've just got some nice riprap and rock that comes down, I like to fish it a little faster with the sweep and the pull, where I'll just let it go down and I'll just pull my rod tip and I'll feel the bait vibrating when I do that. And it allows me to cover some of these flat points and riprap banks, you know, quickly, and just kind of look much more natural like a bait fish. But if I come to a piece of cover, you know, like that tree, I can fish it just like a weightless fluke, where I'm just popping it around and letting that bait just really dive and swim through the cover. Just a really versatile bait for fishing a lot of your shallow water cover and shallow points and flats, things like that. But since it did just start to rain, I think I'm gonna put you guys away so I don't get the camera wet, throw on my rain gear. I just wanted to give you that simple tip. If you like the Scamper rig and you're fishing it, but you're having a little trouble with rigging it, rig it through the belly of your soft jerkbait. That will make a world of difference for you when it comes to rigging it. I guarantee you will see how good this bait can be and how easy it is to rig it. Anyways, if you haven't tried the Core Tackle Scamper rig and you like throwing soft jerk baits, you gotta try it. You gotta try it. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll be blown away by what it does to your soft jerk baits. Anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate all the support, and stay tuned. We'll have a new video coming out tomorrow for you.